Have you ever wondered what makes someone not just stylish, but unforgettable? What makes a woman turn into a symbol of timeless elegance that still inspires the world decades later? Nan Kempner was exactly that, a fashion icon who embodied beauty, sophistication, and authenticity in a way that feels as fresh and relevant today as it did in the golden days of haute couture. Her life wasn't just about wearing designer clothes. It was about living her style every single day, transforming her wardrobe into a reflection of who she was and what she believed, and that's what makes her story so magnetic. Today, on Ageless Fashion, we're diving into the elegance and expressiveness of Nan Kempner, discovering how her choices of fashion and lifestyle became lasting lessons in longevity, beauty, and authentic living. Born in 1930 in San Francisco, Nan Kempner grew up surrounded by privilege, culture, and a deep appreciation for refinement. She moved to New York in the 1950s after marrying investment banker Thomas Kempner, and soon became one of the most recognized faces in Manhattan's high society. Designers like Yves Saint Laurent called her la plus chic du monde, the most stylish woman in the world. Vanity Fair crowned her the world's most famous clothes hanger. But more than the titles, her life became a story of audacity, philanthropy, and a remarkable sense of style that made her a legend. She was tall, slim, with an elegant figure, but what truly stood out was how she used clothes, not just to impress, but to express, to tell stories, to spark conversations, and to inspire. Nan's style was not about extravagance alone. She believed in the transformative power of clothing. In her everyday life, she could be seen wearing tailored suits from Chanel or Yves Saint Laurent, simple blouses elevated by a pearl necklace, or chic pantsuits with a twist of Parisian flair. She mastered the art of mixing, pairing vintage couture with new collections, blending American sportswear with French sophistication, and creating outfits that always looked effortless. She treated fashion like a living art form, not a trend. That is why her wardrobe, which grew into thousands of haute couture pieces, was often compared to a museum collection. For Nan, clothing was culture, identity, and memory stitched into fabric. Her expressiveness wasn't limited to the runway or exclusive galas. She carried her style into daily life, whether at lunch on Park Avenue, attending a charity gala, or traveling across Europe. Nan had a wardrobe ready for every occasion, from ski resorts in Gstaad with Emilio Pucci ski wear to romantic gowns in Venice by Valentino, and even chic bikinis on Caribbean beaches paired with linen cover-ups that turned leisure into a spectacle of elegance. The key to her timelessness was how she personalized everything. She wasn't afraid to shorten a hemline, add a brooch, or layer textures to reflect her mood. This wasn't about blindly following designers. It was about making every outfit her own. And isn't that what true style is all about? Expressing who we are, no matter the age. But beyond the glamour, Nan Kempner carried lessons of longevity and beauty that go far beyond fashion. She lived with authenticity and generosity. She was a lifelong supporter of charities, raising millions of dollars for medical research and social causes. She showed that elegance wasn't just about looking impeccable, but about giving back, about being a part of something bigger. This balance between personal beauty and meaningful action is one of the greatest lessons she left for women, seeking not only style, but a fulfilling life. Her elegance was also about attitude. One of her most famous stories happened when she was denied entry to a New York restaurant because she wore pants. Instead of arguing, she simply removed the trousers, handed them to her husband, and walked in with her tunic as a mini dress. Bold, witty, and stylish. That was Nan. She showed the world that style is not only what you wear, but also how you carry yourself when rules are against you. Nan Kempner lived a jet-set lifestyle, constantly traveling to Paris for couture shows, spending winters in Switzerland, summers in the Caribbean, and weekends at her country house in Westchester. Her Park Avenue duplex became legendary for its massive walk-in closets filled with Chanel suits, Valentino gowns, Oscar de la Renta dresses, and Yves Saint Laurent ensembles. But for Nan, these clothes weren't about vanity. They were about history, artistry, and memory. She once joked with her husband, saying, "It turns out I'm an art collector." Who could imagine? And truly she was. Her beauty secret was not just about clothes, but about energy, humor, and presence. She had a raspy voice from years of smoking, but she turned it into part of her charm. She never tried to look perfect. She tried to look authentic. That combination of wit, generosity, and sophistication made her unforgettable. Even in her later years when she battled emphysema, she hosted Friends with grace and laughed about her addiction to clothes. Her spirit was the real definition of ageless beauty. Nan's story is not only about nostalgia for the golden age of fashion, it's about timeless principles that inspire women today. Care for quality over quantity, authenticity over perfection, and generosity as part of true elegance. Her wardrobe was later exhibited at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York and the De Young Museum in San Francisco, proving that her style was not just admired in life, but also celebrated as cultural heritage. So what can we learn from Nan Kempner for our own lives? First, invest in timeless pieces. A tailored blazer, a well-cut dress, or a strand of pearls can last a lifetime. Second, embrace fashion as a form of personal storytelling. Dare to mix, to adapt, to make it yours. Third, remember that elegance is not only about appearance, but also about how you treat others, how you give back, and how you live with authenticity. And above all, carry your style with confidence and joy, because true elegance never ages. Nan Kempner was more than a socialite or a fashion muse. She was a living embodiment of chic, authenticity, and generosity. A woman who lived unapologetically, who saw clothing as art, and who turned every day into an opportunity to be elegant. Her story proves that style is not about age, it's about attitude, presence, and grace. And in a world where attention is short, her life is a hook in itself, a reminder that real elegance has no expiration date.